What's going on, guys? Today I just want to show you guys my favorite new one-turn KO team. For those of you who are lucky enough to have pulled enough Malphasy or Hio, can be either one, to have two 7-stars, you can kind of set up this team. I do have a lot of stuff, so I understand sometimes I make a video with some like team setup or a strategy, and it's not really available to everybody, and I get that. But it's still fun to show. So here's what you're going to do with this team. So you want two Malphasies, both at 7-star. One has to have her cooldown abilities unlocked. The other does not. Doesn't matter. An Olive doesn't have to have any gear. Totally naked. Same goes for Malphasy. Totally, nudie, baby. And you want a Nyx at 7-star with his cooldown abilities. Okay, so he's got, where is that? Entrusted Future, 1 use every 20 turns. KO caster to fill limit burst gauge for all allies. What this does is it kills Nyx and gives you 28 limit burst crystals for the rest of the team. So Malphasy and Hio both have limit bursts that cost 30 crystals. So you're going to need somebody else to fill up their limit burst for turn 1. And that's where Malphasy comes in. Her cooldown, she has a cooldown ability that has reduced defensive spirit for all enemies. That's a 74% defensive spirit break. And increased limit burst gauge for all allies by 10 crystals. So by using Birds of a Feather and Entrusted Future, you will have 38 limit burst crystals for your whole team. Then you want to use Olive's cooldown ability, of course. Immolation Blast, everybody's favorite. KO caster to deal damage and reduce defense, fire, and lightning resistance for all enemies. I believe that's also a 74% defense break. And it reduces fire and lightning resistance by 100% for all enemies. Obviously, we know that works hand in hand with our boy Hio, who specializes in fire and lightning damage. He's fully equipped. Gave him everything I could give him to buff himself up for. He's set up for Demon Killer. Now I also gave him Squall's STMR. This increases your limit burst damage by like 30% or 50%. I forget what it is. Might be 50 actually. And but it's at least 30. Let's say that. I can't really remember. I just woke up. And some Demon Killer, because we're going to be using it against the Demon. Because to be able to demonstrate it, you can't demonstrate this against the test dummy because you can't bring a friend unit, and we're going to have to. And you can't really demonstrate this against a lot of enemies because a lot of enemies would die in the normal game, just from the Immolation Blast and Malphasy's limit burst. So this Malphasy, the one that's not leveled, you want to use Murderous Intent or Limit Burst because it gives everybody on the team a 140% attack and magic buff. So let's get into it. We have a friend unit here from my boy Ragnazukin. His Hio is also set up the right way for Demon Killer and a fire weapon. So we're going to do this on the raid boss because the raid boss will actually tell us how much damage we did. And you're going to see it's pretty awesome. And, this current raid that we have going on, the boss has a very high defense, too. So, it's going to be, it's still going to deal a hell of a lot of damage. So, what we're going to do is Nyx and Entrusted Future, right? Boom. So, you see, Malphasy's and Hios are almost all full, right? So, with this Malphasy, you use Birds of a Feather. Now they're all full, right? So you want to set up the Hio's Limit Burst, and then you use Limit Burst with this Malphasy and Immolation Blast with this Olive. And then you just let the Hios rip, baby. My Limit Burst on Hio is level 29, I think, and Rags, I think, has level 30. Level 27, and mine is level 29. So, not even maxed out, but this is still going to do some nasty damage. So this would work on any enemy really that can that doesn't preemptively attack you or debuff you or something. That can be defense and spirit broken. That was the optimal setup. Even if they can't be defense and spirit broken, you can still use Malphasy for the 100% 40 attack and magic buff, which is super important. So let's see how they do. So let's just see how much damage that did. Against, I think this boss by default has 350 defense, which is fairly high for a FFBE enemy. So, you know, minus 74% of that. And it's still more defense than most enemies in the game have normally. So we did 115 million damage with that. Not bad. Not bad at all. So yeah, that's it. Basically, any enemy that has that can be defense or spirit broken. More importantly, defense broken, because we're using physical damage on this setup. And you can bring this team in and only gear one character and just go to town and wipe the floor with them. Most of the newer trials, you can't be defense or spirit broken, or have a preemptive attack round that made testing this team on them impossible. But it's just something for fun. That's all. So if you like this video, comment down below. Maybe hit the like button. Maybe hit the subscribe button. You know, that would be nice. That would be cool. That would help me out. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.